Now, with many species of fish, they are very friendly. They'll come up and greet you. They'll swim towards you in the aquarium. If you move across the tank, they'll often follow you across the tank. And that's very much not only because they probably do like you, but they associate you with food. But don't confuse the fish associating you with food as them being hungry in any sort of sense that we're hungry. So fish in their natural environment basically use every opportunity they have to eat, because food is basically scarce in their natural environment. So they're always foraging for food. They're always grabbing every little bite that they can get, because in the wild they don't know when their next meal is going to be, because there's so much competition in the wild. But what you don't want to do is be under the impression that your fish are starving and just keep feeding them all the time. Otherwise you'll overfeed them, potentially kill them. What you want to do is just look at the belly of the fish. If they have a nice little belly, that's good. If the belly is a little bit sunken, then you do want to gradually increase the amount you're feeding, and then you look for the result in about a month. So basically, let's say one of them is a bit skinny, increase the food a little bit, and then monitor next month if that was enough, because it takes about a month to get any sort of reaction as far as visible cues are concerned for whether you're feeding the right amount or not. So as a guide, I feed the fish 5 times a week, once a day, maximum of what they eat in 30 seconds, so there's not one speck of food left after they've eaten. And if you use that as a guide, then you may need to increase or decrease what you're doing according to your average fish. And you never govern what you're doing by the fattest, because there's always a fat one. And you never govern what you're doing by the thinnest, because there's always a thin one. You want to govern it by the average fish. And just don't think that fish feel hunger like we do. Sometimes they'll even look like they're desperate. But as long as you're feeding them correctly, and they're not actually starving, and therefore you'd see them all recessed, and you'd see them, the belly pitted, the head pitted, then they'll try to trick you into getting more food every time.